Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Kris Hutchinson. So today I want to walk through the process of exactly how to set up your website. Now I know we've talked on a few of these topics before, but I want to walk you through the entire process real quick. So the first thing you need to do is find a domain name. I've talked about domain names in previous episodes, and we've got some great tools on how to find ones that are already available over in the resources page. If you go to resources.moneywheelpodcast.com. Now, after you find the right domain name, you're going to need to register it. And you can either do that at domains.google.com or you can go to GoDaddy or any other registrar. Now, once you've got your domain set, you need to find hosting. And depending on where you go, GoDaddy is a great place if you're a beginner and you've never done it before. Their customer service is awesome, especially for setting up brand new websites. So if you need any help with that, that's a great place to go. Now, another website host that I like, especially if you're running WordPress, is going to be WP Engine. Now, you can find links to both of these over on our resource page. Now, after you get your hosting set up is when you actually create your email address. And that's going to be your name at domain.com, whatever it is. And you want to make sure you have one set up for yourself, but then also some generic ones like support or help, or contact us, any of those ones that you can put on your Facebook or onto your website itself so people can get a hold of you. And you don't need to set up individual inboxes for these. You can set it up so that they just forward to your normal inbox. But that way you're not giving out your actual email address to people. Now, after you have your email set up, then it's time to look at either, if you're going with GoDaddy, they use a cPanel to install their website and to control a lot of the things there. Or if you're going with just a regular WordPress, through WP Engine, you don't really need to worry about cPanel too much. They just go straight into WordPress. Now, using the cPanel, you can install WordPress or a lot of other website types onto your website. Now, WordPress is the most common one. That's the one that I'm most familiar with using. So that's usually the one that I recommend. But your cPanel is also going to help you with your email addresses, any subdomains, add-on domains, and things like that. So once you finally got your WordPress set up, then it's time to actually build out your homepage. Now, what I found the easiest way to do this is just to go out and find a web page builder. And we have several good ones over in the resources. The one that I use the most is probably Beaver Builder. And that lets you, hold on, pause that. So after you have WordPress installed on your website, then you're going to want to get a web page builder. Now, the one I recommend is Beaver Builder. It's just a generic website builder. I think it's easy to use, a very intuitive design. So you should be able to pick it up pretty quick. Now, we also have other options, like if you decide to go with Entreport for a CRM, or as an all-in-one package, they also have a web page builder, and ClickFunnels does web page building as well. Now, if you're going to go with either of these two options, you probably don't need a WordPress site. So there's some other options out there for you. That's everything I got for today on the Money Wheel, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.